Hi there. When you look in the mirror, what do you see?
Do you see a cheerful, beautiful, valuable, and confident person?
Or do you see a miserable, angry, worthless, and timid human being? Tell me, what do you see and why? In this generation, insecurity, inferiority, low self-esteem, lack of confidence, the feeling of being useless and worthless are just some of the examples of what some people are going through. Yes, a lot of factors can cause these psychological manifestations.
And it is getting worse because outward beauty, money, position, and possession are being worshipped than ever before.
There is no denying that these things are a huge factor. A lot of people are getting more pretentious, conceited, and vain.
To some, if you don't look good, you're no good. If you don't have luxurious, fancy, and ostentatious things, you're nothing. If you don't own good stuff, you're not good enough.
There are surveys that measure a person's worth based on how much money he or she has. Bill Gates, for example, is worth $130.6 billion, according to Forbes.com. And to some people, if you don't have this kind of figures, or at least close to these figures, you may be considered of less worth. This put a lot of pressure to a lot of people to keep up with the world's expectation, to be accepted, respected, and valued. Is this not what the Bible predicted? In the last days, perilous times will come, for men will be lovers of themselves, lovers of money, boasters, proud, lovers of pleasure, rather than lovers of God. That's why we are also reminded in 1 Peter chapter 3.
Your beauty should not consist of outward things like elaborate hairstyles and the wearing of gold ornaments or fine clothes. Instead, it should consist of what is inside the heart, with the imperishable quality of a gentle and quiet spirit, which is very valuable in God's eyes. God does not measure your worth of how good you look and how much you have.
For the Lord does not see as man sees. For man looks at the outward appearance, but the Lord looks at the heart. But it doesn't mean that we should be neglectful and unmindful of how we present ourselves. 1 Timothy chapter 2 verse 9 tells us to dress modestly, decently, and respectably. Romans 12:1-2 says, I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of God, that ye present your bodies a living sacrifice, holy, acceptable unto God, and be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, that ye may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of God.
Why is that? For we are God's handiwork, created in Christ Jesus to do God's works.
For you formed my inmost being. You knit me together in my mother's womb. I praise you, for I am fearfully and wonderfully made.
Yes, you are special, beautiful, and valuable simply because God created you. And He didn't just create you. He created you in His own image.
And don't forget, above all else, He died for you. You cannot get more valuable than that. Now, let me ask you, what's your worth? You're worth everything to Him. Remember that.
So next time, when you look at the mirror, tell yourself,
You are special.
you are beautiful. You are valuable.
This is Delfred,
And this is Zine Amber.
reminding you to take the Bible as your weapon of choice and keep the faith.
And if God is with us, who can be against us? This is Take the Talk.